Hello. Hey, it's Meredith here, and it's Friday. I had a cancellation in my calendar today. And so I thought, you know what? Let's jump on YouTube and do a live stream. I've actually been wanting to start doing a regular, I, I want to say a regular weekly live stream. A regular something live stream. I've been wanting to do this, actually for quite a while, and I just haven't, committed to it in my calendar, and so today I had a cancellation, and I was like, "You know what? Let's go live. Let's do a live stream." So, I have a lot to talk about, which is why I should probably do a regular weekly live stream, but right now, something that I have been kind of, noodling around in my mind has been this idea of creating a niche channel. And so I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna set it up and do it live. Why not? Right. So you can see what I'm doing, and we can chat, and you can ask me questions, and we can just go for it. Before I get to that, I wanted to let you know that I eh, okay, so I put a poll on my YouTube, on the community page the other day asking, "What are your thoughts on Facebook groups?" Because loved having a free community Facebook group when I had one, when it was active, when Facebook was cool. We're back then, way back in the day when Facebook was like a cool place to hang out and a fun place to hang out. And over time, I kind of lost interest in it. I do still have a Facebook group for the Video Pursuit Society. So that's a private Facebook group because that's a paid membership. And that group is engaged, and I love chatting with them there. But I miss having a broader, bigger community. And so I put this poll asking, how do you feel about Facebook groups? And over 50% said, yeah, I'm not really into it. So I'm setting up my own community on the Circle platform. It's completely free. Full disclosure, I literally just learning how to use the Circle platform right now. So I'm gonna post let's see. No, I don't wanna post that. I'm gonna post a link to it so you can come and join, but there's also a link in the description of this YouTube video. There's only one person in there right now, as of me talking right now, there's literally one person in there, and it's me. So, it's thrivingcreators.circle.so. I was fiddling with, I was fiddling with getting a custom domain set up so that I could, so it'll be thrivingcreators.co because I think that just has a nice ring to it, but it's called Thriving Video Creators. And it's a free group, free community. I have some really good ideas. I'm not ready to reveal them yet, but I have some good ideas that along the lines of um, a challenge or a weekly prompt or something, some actions that you can take to grow your profitable YouTube channel. And we're just gonna put it all into a community, a free community. So you can go to thrivingcreators.circle.so, which is kind of a tongue twister, or just use the link that I put I don't know if it's clickable in the chat. But it is also in the description. So we can hang out there. Anyway, let's get started. Let's talk about having a niche channel. What the heck is a niche channel? So, something that I noticed for myself and for other, clients that I work with, people in the Video Pursuit Society, people that I just, content creators that I come across, a really common thing is I have this one YouTube channel and I'm putting all my energy and effort into it, and it has to be successful, and it has to grow, and it has to be profitable so that I can quit my job. And we put so much pressure on this having this one single solitary, like, main channel, main business. And what's interesting to me is how much pressure we put on ourselves to make that one channel successful. Whereas in the blogging space, it's very common to have more than one blog, to have more than one um site, whether you call it a blog or a site. I don't know. I got to get rid of this thing. There we go. Okay. By the way, if you're here in the chat, let me know so that I like can see you and see who's here because nobody's chatting with me. So I'm just talking to myself. Yeah, anyways, in the blogging space, it's pretty common to have more than one blog or to like start a blog, get it going. And because of like the nature of Google, it can take some time for traffic to pick up on a blog versus on a YouTube channel. It's like kind of instantaneous. But hey, Stacy. So in the blogging space, it's pretty common to hear the term niche site. But in the YouTube space, we don't really hear the term niche channel. So a niche site would be a blog or a website that's super specific to a specific topic. It's super, like you could say it's niched down or niched down. Um, but it's very specific and very targeted to some specific topics. And because it's so specific, Google ends up seeing that niche site as being an authority on that specific topic. Imagine that, right? And so I've been kind of noodling around these ideas of like, what about having a niche channel? Something it's not meant to be a main business. It's just meant to be a traffic driver, a revenue driver. It's not necessarily a topic that you are passionate about, but maybe something that you're interested in. I mean, who wants to create content about something that you're not even interested in, right? But it's not something that you put like your heart and soul into. It's just something that maybe you see there's a gap here on YouTube. And maybe if I create some content around that topic, um, the channel will grow and bring in some profit, some revenue. So I think this works best for some certain types of revenue streams like ad revenue and more than ad revenue, but like affiliate revenue. And so most people are setting up channels that they're passionate about growing this business and they put their heart and soul into it. I'm thinking, let's try a niche channel. Let's try a channel on a very super specific topic that is not meant to be like the thing that I'm known for or the thing that you're known for, but something where you're thinking there's a gap here on YouTube and I'm going to fill it with my content. So, um I think when you're super passionate about a channel, you put a lot of pressure on yourself to make it work, and then you're not really experimenting. And then, um, I think sometimes we like fall into this trap where creating content, creating videos is no longer fun. And I think for some of us, we like creating videos. And so it's like the topic doesn't have to necessarily be something we're passionate about if creating content, creating videos is something that we're passionate about, or if growing our business, making revenue online is something that we're passionate about. Um, so if you think about like when you go to college, this reminds me of, if you go to college, graduate from college, you get a job. We don't really expect people to graduate, get a job, and work there for 30 or 40 years anymore and then just like retire with a pension. Like you only need that one job. No, we like bounce around. We find a place that works for us. And it's just less common to stay on this like one track our whole entire lives, right? And most content creators, I think, this is a big presumption, but I think I'm right. I think we're all kind of multi-passionate, right? We have lots of different ideas and ideas come to us, and sometimes it's almost, like, painful to swat ideas away that sound really interesting and fun, um, when we could be like, "You know what? Actually, that might actually work." So how can we make it work and have it actually be profitable so that there's some ROI there for the time that we put into it? And if you could put a couple of weekends into a niche channel, that makes some cash, then maybe it would take some pressure off and you could focus on growing your main channel or your main business, right? So those are my thoughts. Um, John wants to know, how would I find a topic in which I'm not interested? Um, I mean, I would first try and find a topic that you are interested in. It could be like a hobby. It could even be a topic that isn't even necessarily a hobby, like not even something that you necessarily do, but maybe you want to do it, or maybe you're interested in learning more about it. So I mean, personally, I wouldn't. I'm trying to think. Would I create content around something I am not at all interested in? I think it would depend how much of a gap or how profitable I would think it could be. I'm trying to think if I've ever, like, had a thought of something like that. Um, I'm sure I have, but it's not coming to me. So, or I could say, I will say, I stopped creating content around, how to use a GoPro camera and create GoPro videos because I just wasn't really interested in talking about GoPro cameras anymore. Um, And I published a video a few months ago on how I pivoted my channel, and one of the things that I say in that video is, I probably shouldn't have pivoted. I don't know if this is what I say in the video, but, the message is, I probably shouldn't have pivoted. I probably should have started something new and kept going with the GoPro stuff because it was so easy. It was easily profitable. It's so easy. Somebody please start a YouTube channel about how to use a GoPro or how to use any camera. It's so easy because people are always searching for answers on how to use the things. Always. There's always questions about settings for this, settings for that, photo settings, video settings, 4K settings, um, resolution, frame rate. Like all you have to do is go through the user manual. All you have to do is go through the user manual, answer the questions, and I guarantee you can come up with at least 52 topics, one for every week of the year, just looking at the user manual. And then when they release a new model, you do it all over again. And I didn't want to do that. I was really bored. I was really bored with that. Um, Looking back, like if I had if I had known somebody or had a kid or somebody that was interested in creating videos, I would have said, "Look, here, you take this, go create something with it and just hand it off to somebody." But I really didn't have that. So, um, don't look for topics that you're not interested in. Um, but start with the ones that you are interested in. I'll say that. I want to share my screen with you. By the way, that was a good question, John. Thank you. Um, I want to share my screen, and I have so many. I have so many different, like, things that pop into my head that's like, "Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That would be a good YouTube channel." And one of them is by the way, I've, like, hesitated creating a video like this because I'm like, "What if I create a YouTube channel on a niche topic and it just doesn't work?" Like, it's just not successful. Nobody watches it. Um, it could happen. I'm going to take that risk, and, either way, I will learn from it, you will learn from it, because I'm going to share the results, with you. So, oh, man, you probably can't see that. Can you see that? Um, Can I make it bigger? Oh, it's a little bit bigger. Okay, so niche channel setup. We're gonna start from scratch. Start from scratch. So first of all, this is a question that came up earlier in the week. I was chatting with somebody who he's probably not watching this live stream, but I was chatting with somebody and he has started like a couple of different Instagram accounts, and one of them he's really interested in, and we're talking about business and things like that, and he was like, I really just want to work on this other thing. I'm not going to say what it is because it's his idea, it's his niche, but he really wants to work on this other thing. And it's more like a hobby. And I said, you really should start a YouTube channel about that, because that's the thing. You want to be spending time, you want to be doing the thing. And he really wants to create content about doing the thing. So I'm like, why haven't you started a channel on that? And he was like, I don't know. So one of the questions that he asked, well, I recommended start a YouTube channel. And we asked this question about like, do you start a new Gmail account for every channel that you create? And I say yes. And he said, no, I want to have it all in one place. So, hey, Ken. So here's the thing. YouTube is obviously owned by Google. You can have as many Gmail accounts as your heart desires throughout your entire life. I don't think they limit you. They haven't limited me, and I have a lot. So every time I start something, which is a lot, I mean, over the course of the last um 25 years that I've been on the internet. My first email address was after AOL was at USA.net or USAnet dot something like that. Really, really long time ago. So Google's never limited my Gmail accounts, but I always just feel like if it's separate, then you can kind of compartmentalize this project from that project. Also, if someone were to hack into your personal email or something, like now they have access to all of your YouTube channels, that's probably not smart. I also like to think about just like think big and think about the fact that you don't have a crystal ball, you can't see the future. What were to happen if this channel became really successful and someday you wanted to retire and someone came along and said, hey, we'll buy this business from you? Wouldn't it be so much easier if everything was completely separate? Right? It's so much easier. Just write me a check. Here's the login details. That's it. Maybe a few calls with a lawyer, maybe some negotiation, but I'm a big fan of starting a Gmail account from scratch for every like project, like a crazy person. So I'm going to set up. I haven't even told you what the niche is that I'm going to go with for this, have I? I'll let you guys guess in the comments while I set up a Gmail account. What niche for a niche channel do you think I'm going to create? Let's see. Setting up my YouTube channel. You guys can't see that, right? No, you can't see that. Okay, cool. Let's see if this Gmail account is taken. Somebody already owns the Gmail. That's okay. We'll try again. Create account for myself. I can't see my comments, so I can't tell if any of you are even with me still. Oh, I see. Okay. Like I should have music on or something for this. Last night I watched the movie Senior Year on Netflix. That was pretty funny. But I have all the music from that movie like in my head. me save that password. We're going to put in a recovery email. I'm probably going to have to confirm that I'm a real person and my birth date. Um, Next. And yes, we can verify my phone number. All right, cool. You guys are not talking to me in the comments. You're just watching me talk to myself as I create a Gmail account. All right, so let me just verify this real quick. Verify. No, I did not like that verification code. Hmm. Well, that's the one you sent me, Google. Let's try that again. Okay, that is my phone number. Let's try. That's the same. Okay. All right, cool. Yes. I'm in. Skip that. Yes, I agree to the privacy and the terms. Would you like to create a new Chrome profile? Okay. I don't usually create a new Chrome profile, but lately I've been realizing that it's actually kind of helpful to be able to switch back and forth and just have it be like a clean slate. So all right, we're good with this. So last so Stacy wants to know what's the niche. Stacy, I wanted you to guess the niche. Um The ordered home, I just found you live and joined to listen. Yay. So we're creating a niche site. The ordered home, I just don't know your first name, so I always feel weird like referring to people as their YouTube channel, but thank you for watching. We're setting up a niche site from scratch. Stacy wants to know, why would you create a new Chrome profile? It just kind of because I have a lot of Gmail accounts, Stacy, that's why. Um, so I can switch back and forth between them and not have like a bunch of like bookmarks and all that stuff all like muddled up. So this is an entirely new I was going to say identity, but really it's an entirely new entity. So last August, now, I have to tell you, like, I'm a natural researcher. I like to research things. I like to know things before I buy things. Even when I know that I'm going to buy something and I'm waiting for it to get here, I like to research things. So last summer, we were in the market for a new vehicle, and we wanted a Toyota Sienna, a brand new Toyota Sienna. Typically, we don't buy a brand new vehicle, but the new ones are hybrid, and you can get a hybrid all-wheel drive. And I'm not normally successful at predicting the future, but I am very happy that we got a hybrid vehicle right now. But anyways, we had to wait. We if you've tried to like buy a new car lately, it's kind of hard even to buy a used car. We had to wait a while before we bought this vehicle, before we got it. And in the meantime, I Googled like everything. I went to YouTube, I watched videos on the interior of a Toyota Sienna, what the radio controls looked like everything. I researched everything. And one of my favorite things to research was accessories. And so what I'm going to do is start a niche channel on the Toyota Sienna 4th generation. Like in general, but we're going to try and monetize by reviewing all of the different accessories, like the compartment organizers. Like there's like a console organizer, there's a lower compartment organizer, there's a trunk organizer, there's floor mats, different types of floor mats. There's this thing that you can put on top of the on top of like the screen thing that you can put stuff in. There's a cell phone holder. Like there's all these things, right? And um I'm going to create a niche channel about that and try and monetize it through affiliate marketing. So that's my niche. Okay, the ordered home is Jill. Great, Jill. Thank you. And so is this niche about making new girl profiles? No, it's not. Clint is making a new channel only for fishing. Perfect. Now, I have a question for you, Clint. Is it fishing in general, or is it fishing in a certain part of the country or a certain part of the world, or fishing for a certain species of fish? Or is it like, is it fly fishing? Is it regular fishing? Is it bass fishing? Um, those are very niched down, right? And so you could think about that, maybe. Wait until the batteries fail and then you'll be crying. Yeah, I know. We'll see what happens. I think Toyota has a pretty good track record. Although I've driven it so much, just taking my kids back and forth to school and sports that were almost past the initial warranty time frame. Mile time, not the time frame, the mileage time frame. All right, so I created my Gmail. I need to share the rest of my screen with you so you can see what I'm doing. How are we going to do that? All types of fishing that can be done in Kentucky. Perfect. So I hope that your channel is going to, like, the channel name is going to reflect that we're talking about fishing in Kentucky specifically. So, all right, I'm going to attempt to share my whole entire screen, which you can see me there. And I'm going to, let's see. I'll just minimize this. All right, so we have a brand new channel or a brand new Gmail account over here. So I'm going to come to these little 9 dots and go to YouTube. YouTube's going to put a bunch of really stupid stuff on the homepage. This is what America watches. These are all the things that America is interested in. So this is a brand new, Gmail account, brand new, like browser profile. So it doesn't know what this person would normally watch. And these are it. This is America. So I'm going to come down here to create a channel. And I'm going to call this is a niche channel specific to a Toyota Sienna. I am not going to use the word Toyota in the name of the channel because that's a trademark. Sienna is probably a trademark too, but I'm going to go with it anyway because I'm not creating a car. I'm creating a YouTube channel, and they didn't invent the word Sienna. So I'm going to call this Sienna Mama, which is not like, that does not sound like a YouTube channel that I would create, but it is. We're doing it. So we created our Gmail, we created our YouTube. I'm going to come down. So under, I'm going to go to YouTube Studio. I'm going to skip over all this. I already know how the YouTube Studio works. We're going to come down to settings. By the way, like if you have a YouTube channel and you haven't come to your YouTube settings in a while, they've changed a lot of stuff. You can find it in your Creator Studio down in the bottom left under settings. You just might want to come in here and just make sure that things are all looking good. So we're going to go with United States. So for keywords, I'm going to put in Toyota. Toyota Sienna. I don't know how, like oh boy, dog's barking at something. Toyota Sienna 4th generation. We'll go with that. I don't know how influential your channel keywords are on your overall channel, but they give you a space to put them there, so we put them there. This channel is not made for kids. I'm gonna set this to no, it's not made for kids. We don't wanna show potentially inappropriate words. We are okay with displaying our subscriber count, which is obviously 0, and, all this is good. We are good with our standard features. We're going to have to, verify again with the phone number. We're going to have to verify that we're a real person. I'm gonna pull this up again and hit, um, stop sharing for just a minute while I verify my phone number. You guys thought I was gonna put my phone number in live live on YouTube. So here's something funny though. I just put my phone number in and it says this number is associated with too many channels. Only 2 channels can be verified per phone number. Oh, per year. Please enter a different phone number. Cool. That's cool. Thanks. Um, who has a phone number that I can use? No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I have an idea. I have a I let's see. I'll use this one here. Okay. Um I have a Google phone number, a Google Voice number that I set up a long, long, long time ago. And like when Google Voice numbers like first like came out, and my Google Voice number is like I just have to find it, but I'm pretty sure it's gosh. All right. This is funny. You guys are going to watch me try and figure this out. I need to search through my email to find it. Google, what's it called? Google Voice? New voice mail. Play message. Where did this go? Okay. I just want to make sure that if I send something to that, it's going to actually go to where it needs to go. Okay. Um Oops, that doesn't work. I'm gonna have to borrow like one of my kids' phones or something. Voice, Google Voice. How do I figure out just to verify? All right, I think I know what it is off the top of my head, so we'll just go with that. A long time ago, I set up a Google Voice that is, and I'll give you this number, but it doesn't go anywhere, so don't call it. But it's 707 Web Lady. So I have to figure out what the numbers are for Web Lady. This is crazy. 5, 2, 3. Let's see. Get code. Will it send me a text message? That's the question. That is the question. Will I get a text message to that phone number, which actually goes to an email address? While I'm waiting, let me open this back up again and see what we have going on here. Meredith, thank you for all of your videos. I've learned a ton this past year. Appreciate all the information. You are welcome, Mac. Make sure, for those guys who weren't here at the very beginning, I let you know that I started I'm starting what am I starting? I'm starting a free community over on Circle, on the Circle platform. It's a completely it's an anti-Facebook group. It's not on Facebook, it's on Circle. So you don't have to log into a social media platform to like join it. It's called Thriving Video Creators. If you click the link in the description below this video, there's a link to it, and then you can come and join. It's completely free. And what I have some ideas for some like ongoing challenges, like fun challenges, not challenging challenges, fun challenges. Um, and it's completely free to join, and it's going to be cool. You can download the app. I'll be able to go live in that group, so I might do some like exclusive trainings. That sounds so like, ooh, exclusive. But, trainings that aren't necessarily live on YouTube, but only for the people in the group. I have some of those things planned. So you can join me there. So far, I have not received what I need to receive. Maybe that's not my actual phone number. 707 web 52 LAD Y. Oh. I'll do call me with an automated voice message, and we'll see if we can figure this out. Otherwise, I will drag one of my daughters down here to use their phone. I can do that, and then they could just text me the actual number. I'm just waiting for my email to like pop up and be like, yo, you got a voicemail. But it's also possible that Google's like, no, you can't just use a Google Voice. You can't just use a Google Voice. All right, here, we'll do this. Let me text one of my kids. You're going to get a verification code from Google in a minute. Send it to me when you get it. Thanks. Kissy face. All right, we'll try it like this. Does anyone here have kids with phones? And what I want to know is, have you memorized their phone numbers? Because I can't. I just don't have space in my brain to memorize phone numbers. I remember my childhood phone number and my friends' childhood phone numbers, but I can't remember my kids' actual cell phone numbers. All right, we're gonna go with this. Let me just make sure I put in the right thing. Yeah, I get code. All right, we're good. Oh, now I got a voice message. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. All right, so I have one kid coming down. Let me just mute myself for just a minute. Okay, so she's going to get her phone. She came downstairs without her phone. It doesn't help me, but at least it did come through to the Google Voice. So pro tip, if you need to verify more than 2 YouTube channels within 1 year, you can use a free Google Voice account. Okay, I think we're good. My phone number's verified. Thank you. Bye.
Why do you need it?
Bye.
Why do you need it?
Because
Why do you need it?
because I do. All right, we're back on how do I make this like ooh, look. Ooh, Inception. There we go. You can see my whole screen. You can see my whole screen now. All right, so we enabled our standard features. We enabled our intermediate features. And the reason why we needed to do this was because I need to be able to create custom thumbnails. Videos longer than 15 minutes. I don't know. I'm probably not going to create videos longer than 15 minutes. And I'm not going to live stream, but I need to be able to do custom thumbnails. So I'm going to hit save. I don't need those other advanced features. So I'm going to hit save. So we set up our YouTube channel. We went through our YouTube settings, but let me just open this back up again to go from where we left off. My child has not left my office, and she is now showing me my own live stream on her phone. Okay. All right. You can go now that I have the code.
I need to know why.
Because I needed to verify a YouTube channel.
Why?
Because I did. I did. Okay. All right, so I don't need to do any upload defaults right now, but I always like to put privates for visibility just in case I like upload something and I'm like I accidentally hit, save and then it goes live and I didn't mean for it to go live, so I always like to default to private. I'm not going to do anything with this. I'm not going to do anything with this. And we're good there. So we set up our channel, our YouTube settings and everything. Now, what the heck are we going to create? So, I love to plan video topics in batches because then I just want to make sure that I can still see you guys. Am I still on mute? No, I'm not. Okay. I saw Stacy, I saw this comment and I was like, oh shoot. Am I still on mute? I'm not. I'm not on mute. All right. So let me hide that. All right. We're good. We are good. I had a couple of topics that I jotted down on here in my note. Nope, not that. Let me find my notes app. Here we go. So I want to kind of like point out where I came up with topics, like how I came up with topics. Because it's pretty simple without using any let me share. I'm just trying to figure out what am I sharing here? Okay. Share. We're going to just share this screen. There we go. All right. So how do I come up with topics like for a brand new channel, like coming out of nowhere? So if you just go to youtube.com, you don't need any software. You don't need TubeBuddy. You don't need vidIQ. You don't need Morning Fame to do this. Those tools are cool and they're fun and they're interesting. You don't necessarily need them. So this is a niche channel on the Toyota Sienna 4th generation. That's how niched it is. We're not talking about Toyota cars. We're not talking about Toyota hybrids. We're not talking about Toyota Siennas. We're not talking about Toyota all-wheel drive vehicles. We are talking specifically about the Toyota Sienna 4th generation. This is the kind of thing like that if you don't know what that means, then that's a good thing because it's only for the people who know what that means. It's only for the people that would be searching for that and not just searching for that, but watching videos on that. So a 4th generation Toyota Sienna would be a 2021 or a 2022 and forward until they come out with the 5th generation. Um, so what I'm gonna do is just search 4th generation, and what I'm looking for is I'm wondering what topics are people watching on this topic? What are the actual video topics that people are watching? And when I say watching, I mean I'm looking at the actual view count of the videos. For example, the top one here is top 3 pros and cons Toyota hybrid Sienna for van life, hashtag van life 2021. That is a absolutely terrible title. And also, what is this video? Oh my gosh. All right. So anyway, 745 views. That's nothing. We're not looking at that one. But this one has 620,000 views, but it was published a year ago. This one has 7,000 views, published 5 months ago. So this is Minivan Drag Race. I'm not going to be creating a video about drag racing with my minivan, so I'm not even going to add that to my list. But see how this one, of course, this is from Edmunds, and Edmunds is obviously a very reliable resource, and they have 380,000 subscribers. But this one was published 2 months ago and has over 100,000 views, which is pretty good. This one was published 1 month ago and has 164,000 views. This one was published a year ago, 337, 349, 352 from the Car Mom. 146. So see how these are all a lot of these are the view count is in the 6 figures. That's what I'm looking for. So I know that this is something people are watching content on that specific term, right? So in here, I can look at this and I can say, okay, so this one is a Toyota Sienna camping conversion. I could create videos on that. I'm not going to though, because I don't turn my minivan into a camper and I'm not going to. But that would be a great niche channel all on its own. It would be a fantastic niche channel all on its own. I already have some ideas over here. So like doing a review, personally as like the user of this particular product, I like the idea. Like a lot of these reviews are from people who, are like they have it for a week and that's it. They have it for a week and they're like, "Here's my review of this brand new thing after a week." I really would like to hear from somebody who's had it for uh a year, that would be nice, right? So I want to do some actual reviews from an actual driver, like somebody who actually owns this thing. And then I also have accessories is a topic I want to create. So for this, we're going to do Toyota Sienna. I'm going to do 2021 accessories. And I want to see. So this has 10K views, best 28 accessories, mods. That's a really long title. It's a really long title. Interesting. Okay. God, those thumbnails are ugly. All right, we're not trying to compete with actual Toyota. So exterior accessories. So what I'm looking for are like what accessories are people watching about? Infotainment, I don't have infotainment, so I can't do a video on that. Accessory plug and install. I am probably not going to be messing with my wiring. Floor mat. So Toyota, I'm just writing this down over here, right? Toyota Sienna. Um, so floor mats are an accessory that people are actually watching videos about this. So this has almost 5,000 views. 5,000 views isn't a lot, but, this guy has 352 subscribers, so you know those views are not coming from subscribers. It's coming from people watching, finding through search, finding through the suggested algorithm, recommendation algorithm, might even be popping up as a Google search result. Those are all good things. Those are all really good things. So, we're gonna write down floor mat installation. Um, and this is a perfect example too of how, um, for a niche channel, I wouldn't do just one video on Toyota Sienna floor mats. This guy has installations as a video, right? So it would make a lot of sense to do a video on um like this brand floor mat versus that brand floor mat, sorry. Right? This versus that. Best, top 3 floor mats for your Toyota Sienna 2021 or Toyota Sienna 4th generation. So you have your like top 3, you have this versus that, which if you have 3 of them, then you can do this versus that how many times? A lot, right? I mean, how many times can you do that? I can't do the math on that. But that's multiple channels, right? That's a handful of not channels, of videos, right? Where you're comparing this versus that. So top 3, this versus that. You have installation, you have review, you have like wear and tear after 1 year or something like that. You have this whole collection of video topics on this one topic on floor mats, but there are specific floor mats for a specific model vehicle. It is a specific product that people buy. It's actually it's one of the first it's one of the first things that people buy for their Toyota Sienna minivans because kids make a lot of messes. Mine already came with rubber floor mats, so I don't have any, but am I gonna buy some so I can make some videos? Probably. Um, Upgrade turn signals, I'm probably not gonna do anything with that. 1 week with Toyota Sienna. See how this is like 1 week with Toyota Sienna, what's good and bad. 166 views. So this is cool. I like that topic. But what if it was 1 week and then 1 month with our Toyota Sienna and then 1 year with our Toyota Sienna? So, if somebody is interested in buying the vehicle, they're going to watch all of those. They're going to wanna know, what is it like brand new, but, like, what is it like after a year? What is the good and bad after a year? Um, right? So, like, that's on my list to do a video on what I love about it and a video on what I hate about it. A video on storage. Oddly, for a vehicle that size, there's not a lot of storage compartments. There's a lot of space, but there's not a lot of compartments. It's kind of annoying. Um, Things to know before you buy, things that surprised me, that kind of thing. What is my opinion after 30,000 miles? What is my opinion on the beige interior? So that's another topic where on a typical YouTube channel, you might be like, okay, we'll do a video on the beige interior. No, no, no. We're not going to do one video on the beige interior. We're going to do, what does the beige interior actually look like? That is a question that people ask. How does it stay clean? That's a completely separate video. What does it look like after a year? How do you clean it? How do you protect it? Like 3 products to protect your beige interior, that kind of thing. Like, there's another handful of topics on just the beige interior, and it's specific to that model. It's specific to that color of interior, right? Um, that's what a niche channel is. So I've got a really good list of video topics, that I just minimized, so now I can't see them. Where did they go? Where did they go? Here we are. All right. So, we have a review. So I can do a review. I can do a review after 30,000 miles. I can do like a bajillion different accessories reviews, in which case, like, these are going to be super like Amazon affiliate link heavy, right? Because um people like to do their research before they buy things. So this versus that, this cell phone holder versus that cell phone holder, like using the specific brands that people are actually searching for. So you don't have to just do a review of a product. That's one video. You can do a this versus that. That's another video. This brand versus that brand, or this model versus that model. That's a completely separate video. Installation of that thing, that's a separate video, and possibly like a review after a certain amount of time. That could be like another follow-up video too. And the beauty of that is because if somebody is researching that thing, if somebody's researching that product, or all of the accessories for this particular vehicle, they are watching all of those videos. Nobody wants to waste their money. Nobody wants to spend money on something that they didn't actually need, or that's not going to be helpful, right? No one wants to waste their money. So they're going to watch that content because you're going to help them save money. So they're going to put the time into doing that research. So I have a list of, I could probably get a dozen videos out of just what I have here without going and buying anything to like review, just with the vehicle that I have and the accessories that I have. So my list, if I switch this out, is my final list. I don't usually use StreamYard, so I'm always kind of like, what am I looking for here? We want to share this window. If you can see that, my list is going to end up being, some of these are just ideas. So we're going to do, review after 30K miles. That's not the final title. That's just the final like topic idea. That makes sense, right? We're gonna do what I love, what I hate. We're gonna do a video on the storage problem. We're gonna do a video on the storage solutions. Again, this is not a title necessarily. This is just like the topic of the video. We're gonna do beige interior review after 30K miles. We're gonna do I don't know how many videos I can get out of beige interior that I actually feel like creating. We're gonna do cell phone holder. We'll do a review of the cell phone holder that I have, and we'll do a this versus that cell phone holder. We're going to do console organizer. How many do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's do a let's do one on gas mileage. Like, what is the real gas mileage? That's probably that should probably be at the very tippy top of my list right now. So I'm gonna just keep these right here, are just kind of like ideas that I was brainstorming, and this is my final. I don't like to use the word final, but final ish list of video topics that I can create without going to buy something new or without having to do anything. I don't have to like do a drag race or anything, right? These are all things that I can create really easily with everything that I already have. I could even create these videos with my phone. Um, Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I don't know. But there we go. We're starting a niche site on this specific topic. Now, I don't know that I can tell you like a commitment of like when I'm going to have those 10 videos done or any of those videos done, but I will tell you that I'm kind of excited about this, and I'm kind of excited about the fact that being talking about it here on this live stream keeps me accountable. One thing I can tell you is that I'm going to try to live stream again a week from now. And it probably won't be at the exact same time, but it might be on maybe on Friday. We'll see. If I think about it, I'll schedule it ahead of time so that it's there on my channel. So make sure that you're subscribed and you get the little bell notification. But I'm going to share my the results, the actual results of how this channel does in terms of like views on the videos, affiliate revenue through Amazon, subscribers gained, that kind of thing. I'm going to share all of that in an upcoming training that I'm doing on how to build your profitable YouTube channel without spending more time creating videos, without creating a whole bunch more content, spending more time, spending every day after work and on the weekends in front of your computer creating videos. And so I have a training coming up for that. It doesn't have a date yet, but I will be doing it inside of the Thriving Video Creators group that there's a link to. It's a free group that I am just starting. It's fresh and brand new. There's a link below this video in the description. Or you can go to thrivingcreators.circle.so. I'm trying to get the custom domain set up so that it can just be thrivingcreators.co. But I'm still working on the technical aspect of all of that. But I'm going to give all the details of like how this actually shakes out there inside of the group. So if you're curious, if you want the follow up, if you want to figure out how to create a niche site for yourself that is actually profitable, that actually gets views, that actually gains audience and gains subscribers, then get your buns into that group. Otherwise, I will see you back here again, hopefully next week, Um, knock on wood that I can come back next week and commit to it on my calendar. Because I would like to get back into regular live streaming. So I will see you all. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I'll see you inside of the Thriving Video Creators group, and we will chat there.